guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited to sew today because I wasn't able to sew in the last 4 weeks or so. You probably saw some videos, but they were just videos that I already made. Finally some time to sew something. I'm excited because this project I want to do for a really long time, and you might hear it, but I do have a microphone and I figured that out too. There was some complicated stuff around that, so I will put down the link for the microphone down below if you're just interested for that. If not, it's fine. And today we are going to sew a turtleneck sweatshirt with a raglan sleeve. The pattern you're gonna find down below in the descriptions box, also in my shop. All my patterns are not really expensive, so just go and check them out. I have this woven fabric with braids on them. Fine, this turtleneck also is gonna be a little bit oversized. It's not gonna be cropped, but it's a little bit oversized, a little bit wider on the body part. Then you're also going to need Bündchen Stoff. It's just cotton and elastic in. Most of the time it's comes with a ribbed fabric and it's just like really elastic, and you have to put that, like how you can see here, I have that on my sweatshirt. If you do have a sweatshirt, just look for that. You need that. You are gonna find this in probably every fabric store you want. I already made something. I made this beautiful dress out of this fabric, which I really like, and I am gonna sale this dress just because it's a little bit tight for me on the chest area, so I am gonna sale it. I do have some leftovers, so I can show you. It's not really that much. It's, I would say, probably 1.5 meters. And today I'm finally gonna reuse my leftovers, which I'm really excited for. You can basically use every single fabric you want. You can use woven fabric, you can use jersey fabric, you can use kind of every fabric because it is oversized and a little bit big. But I would tell you just to get the fabric that had at least a little bit amount of elastic in there, so it's a little bit stretchable and more comfortable for you to wear. But besides that, you can use any fabric you want. And also this project is really easy to sew, so it does not need lots of tricks or so. It's pretty simple. So I would say let's cut everything out. So here we have the patterns, and you see I have the marks right here. I cut it just a little bit into the seam alone, and you're gonna see that. So let's remove the needles. I also add about the seam alone on every edge, besides on the folding edge, obviously. So that's the back, but we do start with the front, so let's move that. Here is going to be the front. Obviously you don't have the pattern like this. This is just the pattern I'm working with. You have it way nicer in the shop, but this is just for me. So you see it looks really nice. The straps going downwards. You have the elastic on both sides, which is nice to have. Then I'm going to take one of the sleeves parts. Let's start with 1, 2 on this side and 2 on this side, because this is marked the front. And on the sleeves you can see you're gonna have just 1 on one side and then 2 on the other side. And this is because we have a front and a back sleeves, so I'm taking the side with the 2 one. I am gonna place it on top of each other and then also pin that. Pinning, I'm using these clips again. You can also use needles if you want, but I feel like for this project it's really nice to have it like this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pin all of them. Yeah, so you can just go ahead and sew this. See, I just sewed all the way. If you like, you can just now use your serger or use a zigzag stitch. I'm going to use the serger here, and then we can just keep going. So now you can see I just serged it and did sewed it, and now you can just fold it upwards like this. So this is always, this is still the front here, and this is the sleeve. And you see it's like a little bit wobbly here and not really flat. So this is something we want to avoid. So I'm gonna turn that just really quick. And then I'm gonna put this seam downwards, like down to the hem, not up to the sleeve, downwards. And I am gonna top stitch. So again, I'm turning it, and I am gonna have it here on this downwards, flat like this. If you like, you can use some pins to save it, but for me, I'm just gonna check when I sew, and then I'm just gonna really top stitch, like almost on top of the seam. So this is how it looks just now, and on the other side it's gonna look like this. So now I'm gonna do the same process on the other side from the front part, and I'm also going to do the same part on the back. You can see we did sew that and top stitch it, so they are nice, laying nice and flat downwards. And now we're going to use the back part, and we're going to put them right sides together, just like this. You're going to see you have one mark here and you have one mark over here. You have that also on your pattern, and then on your sleeve you do have also one mark. This is just to check if you did sew them right together or not, because if you do have, for example, two marks here and just one mark here, you probably sewed one sleeve wrong together. I'm just going to put them right sides together, take the sleeve part and put the marks on the mark, just like this, pin it. So I'm doing exactly the same that I did with the front part. Now with the back part, I am also going to top stitch it and against the sleeve, like I did the same on the front. I'm going to sew them. Now you can see that's the outside, this is the front, here we have the back, so it's all sewed. From the inside it just looks like this, so really clean and nice. If you do want to use a different color for the serger, it's fine, but I just had a gray in, so I use gray. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to fold it now right sides together. So I'm folding this edge on the other edge, just like this, and I'm gonna pin the side seam from the sleeve down to the armhole, and then again down to the hem. So I'm going to just close the side seam on both sides. You just saw I just tried the sweatshirt on, and I did make them on the sleeves a little bit smaller. That's just something I wanted, so go ahead and try yours on. If there's anything you want to change, just go ahead and change it. The neck part, if you don't want to do a turtleneck, you can just use the same pattern. Just make them a little bit less high, and then you can just make a normal collar in. But for this one I'm going to do a turtleneck, and the pattern is going to be a little bit smaller than the neck part because we are going to stretch it. So I'm going to show you this in a little bit. Whenever you change something on the neck part, for example you want it a little bit smaller here or whatever, the collar part won't fit anymore. So what you're going to do, you're just going to measure all around. So mine is for example 63, multiply it by 0.9. Here we have this collar piece which I just cut it out, and what you want to do, you're just gonna fold them right sides together just like this, so you have a loop for example. And what you do, you're just gonna sew right here. So I just searched the neck part, how you see here. So and then I sewed this part along, and I'm gonna spread this now. So I'm gonna fold it down like this. So you have a loop. And then just spread these two areas like this. Fold them on top. And so you have your neck part just right here. And then this area is gonna be the back mid. So what I have to mark my pieces. So I'm just gonna have it in half. Here's the middle. I'm folding it, so, and then I'm also gonna pin it right here. So I need 4 pins. I need a front mid, a back mid, and the side seams, for example. And I'm also gonna do the same on this area. So I have my middle area. I have the mid back right here. So, and I'm just pulling this part right in here. I have my clips, so I'm just taking one out, pinning the other one, taking one out. It's not gonna, like how you see, this neck part is going to be a little bit smaller, but this is something we want. So don't worry about that. So now I'm just going to sew all the way around, and I am always gonna, if you see that, I'm always gonna stretch them out so it's nice and flat. So that's the sweatshirt for now. We have the turtleneck on, and if you like, you can just go search now around. I'm gonna do this just in a minute, and I'm also gonna put my label, handmade label on here. And then if you like, you don't have to. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it or not just yet. You can just go ahead and top stitch all around if you like. This color also is not a turtleneck that's really completely stiff on your neck, because I'm just not a fan of turtleneck shirts that's really stiff on my neck. So this is a little bit loose and just cozy. So let's go ahead and do this hem. For the hem, you're just gonna fold it twice. So you have 2 centimeters and then another 2 centimeters. Then you're gonna just sew this part. For the sleeve, which is just here, I did cut out the part which I have to attach on the sleeve. So this is the part, the cotton elastic one, which is a lot elastic. So yeah, I'm just gonna do the same what I did with the collar. So I'm just folding it right sides together. I'm gonna sew this together, and then I'm just gonna fold it. So I'm just gonna spread this part and fold it on top of each other. And I'm just gonna fold it all the way around. And then I need my 4 points again, so I'm just gonna put a pin right here, one right there, another one here. And I do the same on the sleeves. And then put them right sides together and just going to take one off, pin it, take one off, pin it. And then I have now to stretch it away a lot, but this is just how you go, and you're just going to sew around. I just sewed it, how you can see right here. You can now fold it up and see how it looks. And I'm also going to do right now, I'm just going to serge all the way around now. So now this part is done. You see it's all nice and flat, and that's how your sleeve is going to look. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same with the other side. So yeah, that's how you're gonna sew this really nice sweatshirt with a turtleneck and a raglan sleeve. I hope you liked today's video, and make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and maybe a comment down below. If you have any question, just go comment them down below. I'm gonna go and try to help you out. And this pattern, how I just said, you're gonna find in the description box. Down below in my shop there are also many other patterns, and if you want to see more videos like this, just go and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. So yeah, I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye.